Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in for another episode of Things I've Learned. It's our third installment of Things I Learned, and actually got some messages on maybe changing the name, and I'm still thinking about it. So I think I said in one of the first ones that that let me know. So I had they let me know if you had any suggestions for different titles. One was sent in by an S. Murray. It was This Week in Learning, which I like. Also, it could be like an acronym, which is TWIL, which I guess everything can be acronyms, because this one can be TIL, but I kind of like that. So, but I already made this PowerPoint, kind of, and it was easy to just plug in things I've learned again. So I'm still workshopping it. And then another person sent me a text, an S. Bucher, and that his was actually I got to get my phone because I don't remember what he said. He said, I think it's because it's the Nerdball podcast. He used the Nerdball podcast, which is what probably would have been smart of me to incorporate my own podcast name into this things I've learned. Nerding for learning. So that's another possibility. I don't know if I should change it by now or if I can just get to it when I'm tired of things I've learned or something. I don't know. I'm learning that it's people have. This isn't one of the things I learned, but I'm learning that people have good suggestions. So keep sending those in. Like I said, these people knew me personally, so they have my phone number. But if you don't have my phone number, you can email the nerdballpodcast@gmail.com to get those in. So thank you for that. And thank you for always liking, sharing, subscribing, downloading to this podcast, and watching on YouTube. I've gained some subscribers. I'm up to 165, so that's cool. I don't know if I should always just say like what my subscriber count is, but that's what I'm doing. So where's my computer mouse? I can't see my cursor. So we'll go to the first thing I've learned, maybe, if I can find my mouse. That, wait a minute. My mouse is on the monitor, but not on my screen. This is actually perfect because my first thing I learned is about computers. That I know nothing about computers. I thought I knew some. I guess I know a little bit, but now I know nothing. Like now, why is my mouse not here? So let me figure this out. Pause for a second. All right, let's try this again. All right, come on, let me do it. There we go. All right, let's try this again here. Okay, so again, it's perfect that all this technology malfunction is happening right now when my first thing that I want to talk about is computers, and the computer is not operating like I want it to. So let's see here. All right, here we go. Computers. So as you can see, I'm not the best at computers. I'm on the fly here, and you know what? I'm not gonna edit any of that out because it played perfectly into what I was trying to handle here. So we recently got our son a gaming PC, and I know nothing about that stuff. I pretend I do because I'm his dad, and I feel like I need to show some sort of dominance over him as far as like, hey, do this, don't do that. The only advice I could give him, well, not only, but something I remember, and I don't even know if you have to do it anymore, is I remember always being told not to turn the computer off on the tower itself. I also call it a tower. I don't even know if it's called a tower anymore. But where we used to put CD-ROMs in, not to turn the power off on that thing. Instead, go down, scroll down to shut off or shut down and shut it off that way. I tell him that. He continues to not listen to me. So I don't know if the computer up there is going to explode or what. But I was always told that. And I was never even told why, which I'm sure a lot of childhoods are like that, where it's like, hey, do this thing. And we just did it, not understanding why we needed to do it. So that is the first thing I learned. I don't know anything, and I'm trying to help him as best as possible. Right now, my best way to help him is with my credit card. and that's costed me money. So we bought him some games. We got him Steam. Actually, he bought himself some games. He had some money and some Steam gift cards, so we've been working through that. Also, his mic and headset don't work all the time, and I don't know why that's an issue. So we need someone on the case to help that. But I've learned my computer knowledge has not gained one. I have not gained 1 ounce of computer knowledge since we got our first computer in 1998 or 97. So, second thing I've learned: bad driving. So I had this experience, and I realized there's a theme of parking and driving in cars and stuff. But this is just what I've learned. I had this incident happen. I was going on a highway, and I was getting off on an exit to go to on another highway, and the car in front of me did not want to. He realized, like, oh no, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be going the other direction. But there was a semi on the other side. So he slowed down, slammed his brakes on, just slowed down, and then got over. And like maybe most of you, I don't know, maybe I'm irrational. I got really mad right away. Like, oh my, what is this idiot doing? Oh my God. And I was by myself. So I probably threw some cuss words around. But he rolled his window down. And I'm saying he because I can see it was a guy when I went past him. He rolled his window down and just put his hand out like, my bad. And I immediately felt so much better. Like, oh yeah, you're good, man. You're good. And like I just jumped to this gigantic conclusion of what an idiot, this and that. And maybe he is kind of, because he didn't realize what he was doing. He wasn't paying attention. But for me, and I don't know if this is going to be for everyone, for me, a simple just wave like, my bad, guy, my fault, made me feel so much better. And it was so instantaneous that as soon as it happened, I'm like, oh shit, like that little thing helped me feel better. And I don't know if he thought that, and he'll probably never listen to this, but thank you. That felt so much better. And I do that. I try to do that if I mess up. Like I'll put my hand up in the truck. Hopefully they can see through the back window, or I put my hand out and like, hey, my bad, But hopefully other people, like when I mess up driving and I do that, hopefully other people feel the same way I did. Because it was like, again, it was so quick. My emotions went from being so mad at such a thing to not be mad about. And then just him putting his hand out saying my bad, like cured it immediately. So just a simple, like, my bad, sorry, can go a long way. It did with me, and it was really quick. Number 3, adult bookstore, in quotation marks. I was going to the dentist, and I drove past one of these adult bookstores at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and the parking lot was full. And I'm using this thing I learned as a question, something I want to learn. Why are adult bookstores, their parking lot, completely full at 1 p.m.? I can't imagine on a Thursday. I can't imagine, like, okay, there's always that joke like, oh yeah, strip clubs have the best buffets, so like there's not even food there. Maybe there is at this one. I don't know. But it was completely full. Was there an adult book signing? Like, I don't know. There was no signs out. There was no flags telling us that. But I drove by and I was kind of astonished of how many cars were in this place. Unless it's a front for something else. I don't know. A lot of questions that I need answered so I can add another layer to this thing I learned. Right now I learned that I don't know why the adult bookstore in this particular part of town had a completely full parking lot. I don't know the need. Is that the only time someone can go get it is on their lunch break? So their significant other doesn't know where they're going? I don't know. Is that where the singles hang out on a Thursday at 1 p.m.? Who knows? Please, if someone knows the answers to this, or you're listening and you own adult bookstore, please let me know. Contact me, and I will have you on the podcast and we can talk about this. It'll be a spinoff of an already spinoff things I learned. So there we go. Number 3. Number 4. Team, to me, and I've talked about it on the big show and now this little show. Building a team is so important. Being part of a good team is so important. Having the ability to be yourself in your team, whether it's at home or at your job or at coaching. When I'm coaching whatever sport I'm coaching, having a great team around you is so important to just the well-being of not only yourself, but everyone on that team and the team itself. If you have one, you can have one person seep in there and just slowly tear away at a team that you've built, and sometimes you might not realize it's happening. But if you built a great team, those team members will come to you and say, "Hey, this is happening. We need to figure this out. We need to fix this." I just want to let you know. Making yourself part of, having yourself be a part of a great team. Again, you can speak openly. You can discuss things. You can be mad at each other. You can be happy with each other. You can experience all these emotions, and the team just gets better because of it. Just having a team around you, again, wherever that is, it could be a team of 2 or a team of 50. Having a great team around you is so important. And that's the thing I learned is I'm a part of a lot of great teams, whether I'm in charge of it or just a member of this team. Like it makes everything I do so much easier, where I can focus on something else. I'm not focused on, I got to go into this meeting, or I got to go to this thing with this team, and I don't want to because of this person. I don't feel that on my teams. I'm excited to go. I don't even think about the environment because it's so cemented in. I just think about the job I have to do. And I learned that I'm a part of a lot of great teams. And hopefully those people in those teams feel that same way as well. I know I do. So hopefully that's something we can continue to carry on. And as we add to the teams I'm on, it just makes it that much better. Last, number 5, empty boxes. I learned I have a lot of empty boxes in my basement. My wife and I went through our storage and cleaned up a bunch of stuff. We got rid of a lot of things. We really scaled down to our storage, found some real cool storage bins and racks that we were using in our basement. We haven't tackled a section of my things because they're literally boxes filled with empty boxes of sports memorabilia that I have out displayed. And I'm probably, after a discussion, and you'll hear more about it on Thursday's episode of Nerdball Podcast. After a discussion about it, I'm probably gonna get rid of them now. But it's so hard for me. I don't know why. I have these empty boxes, and what I did when we lived in Toledo, I had these empty boxes there, and then when I packed all my stuff away, I could put all these things back in their original boxes, pack them up nice, bring them to the new house, and then I unpacked them, put them where I wanted to put them, and then kept all the boxes. But it's not necessary. I don't need to have these boxes. Does anybody else have boxes laying around? Let me know. Shoot me an email, nerdballpodcast@gmail.com, or comment on this video. Does anybody else have boxes of boxes, or am I just crazy? Is this my wife's like, yeah, we can get rid of them. I didn't realize that there was boxes of empty boxes around, but there is, and I feel some sort of way about it that I can't get rid of them. But there's no need for me to have them. I don't plan on moving anywhere anytime soon. I'm not going to need these boxes or anything. I don't sell things, so why do I need boxes to put in the? Why do I need boxes to hold these things to say, oh, original box, extra $2? I'm not going to get rid of any of that stuff. So why do I need it? So I guess what I'm saying is maybe on the next thing I've learned that I can get rid of more things than I thought. But for now, the thing I've learned is I have all these empty boxes and I got to get rid of them. So that's that. That is another episode of Things I've Learned. This is an extra bonus thing I've learned. I really like these. I think I said it last time or maybe the first time. I really like these. These are fun. It gets me thinking about my day and what I'm going through. And then I do have some notes, but I kind of like being able to speak off the cuff about this kind of stuff. So that's good too, a good muscle to work. But yeah, I really like these. Hope you do too. Please let me know. Comment on the video on YouTube. Again, I made it very crudely. As the first thing I learned, I'm not very good at computers. I made a very crude PowerPoint. Maybe if I have more time and do it more ahead in advance, I can do more. But for now, this is working for me, so I'm going to do this. So check out the YouTube video. Hit subscribe. It'd be awesome to get to 200 subscribers by the end of the year, maybe even halfway through the year. So if you have not subscribed and you're listening to this, please hit that bell. That'd be awesome. My son has a YouTube page, and I would like to always have more YouTube followers than he does because he's going to rub it in my face. So continue to do that for me, please. And if you want to know his YouTube channel, it's Tater like potato, Tater Prods, PRDS, Prodz. Tater Prods, Prodz. He does sports stuff, and they're really cool. He makes them on his phone, so go ahead and follow him. If he gets more followers than me, great. I'm just messing around. But hit subscribe on either of those podcast channels. That'd be awesome. Make sure you follow the Nerdball Podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. I was on Spotify for Creators yesterday, and I saw that I had 150 plus followers there, so that's cool too. So follow us anywhere. Again, thank you for everything. I appreciate you all, and that's it. So continue to follow us. Love you all. Bye.